Greetings, and welcome to another Just Breathe with Yvonne. How you doing? Come on in, sit on down. I'm so glad you can join me today. Today I have a special guest named Miss Pebbles. She's going to be working with me today to touch and agree in prayer for the collective. I did something different. I put a sacred affirmation and a sacred prayer in the description box. If you all are interested, I would suggest that you take advantage and write it down, especially the sacred affirmation. You need to recite it daily and boy, watch things unfold in your life with this special affirmation, please. And use the prayer. If you're going through anything and you may not want to talk to anybody, you don't have to go through what you're going through alone. You don't have to go through what you're going through in silence. You may not want to share with me or others, but please take advantage of the prayer. Take advantage of the affirmation and use it. Let it be a tool in your life to combat whatever you're dealing with. And I mean whatever you're dealing with. This prayer and affirmation will help you truly. So now today, Miss Pebbles is going to read off 10 things that cause our minds to be weak. And I'm going to talk about in a series each one of these things, about the 10 things that I said will make your mind strong. So no, without any further ado, let me start with the affirmation of today. Every day, in every way, I am better and better. That is the sacred affirmation. Say it 30 times a day. See what God got for you. Every day, in every way, I'm better and better. Keep saying that. Now, I'm going to ask Miss Pebbles if she would begin to tell us what the 10 things that makes your mind weak. I'm going to talk a bit about it. And then at the end, I'm going to jump right into that prayer. Without any further ado, Miss Pebbles, go on and tell us what those 10 things are.
Okay, the 10 things that makes your mind weak. The first one is non-communication with God. The second one is not learning from your earthly experience. The third one is not gaining the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of what you have experienced in your life. The fourth one is letting go of people, places, and all things that no longer serve you. The fifth one is speaking and thinking negative of others and yourself. The sixth one is not being responsible person for yourself and others. Number 7 is being responsible for not taking the necessary action to improve your life. The 8th one is consult God in all that concerns you daily. Number 9 is poor care. Number 10, check your ego at the door.
Amen. Now, Miss Pebbles, what was the first thing that causes our minds to be weak?
Not communication with God.
Non-communication with God is crucial. And so coming every day to Just Breathe with Yvonne, just for prayer, meditation, what have you, is going to help you to build a positive relationship with the God within you. Did you hear what I said? Mm-hmm. The God within you. So learning how to meditate daily is a form of communication with God. And it's not just a communication where we sit down and go have this long Christmas list. God, I want this. God, I need this. And then when you finish telling God all about what you want, you haven't stopped to be quiet to hear if God has a response to your list. You just constantly all day, God, I need help. God, I need this. And just keep going on. Well, if you think about it, in your regular relationships with your son, with your children, with your husband, with your friends, with your co-workers, you speak to them, but you don't just say things at them and walk away. You don't just say things and just shut them down. You wait for a response, right? You wait to hear for what God has to say. And so we need to pay attention and be present what we're doing when we're interacting with God, and look at how we act with God. We sit there and be talking to God. I talk to God. But did you ever be quiet and sit and wait to hear a response? Oh, I hear God, whatever. I'm just bringing it to you. Pay attention and see, what does God look like in your life when it comes to you communicating effectively with God? Find out your patterns. Do I pray every day? Am I consistent? Do I show up at the same time seeking God's face? Or is it just sporadic? Or when I'm having a problem, is that the only time I really talk to God? Do I really sit down and talk to God about my situation? And do I listen to hear what God has to say about my situation? These things are vital. They're very important. And they are, even when we're talking with each other, they're important. So how would you feel if I was just on the phone all day, all the time, talking to you, Miss Pebbles, and I'd say everything I wanted to say, but then after I finished talking about what I wanted to talk about, cut you completely off? How would you feel about that?
I'll be upset.
And would you want to talk to me every day? Why?
Because you ain't listening to what I got to say.
And so communication would have to be reciprocal, right?
Right, on both parts.
I would say what I need to say, stop, take my time, and listen to you say what you got to say.
Right.
Boy. So now, if you would get upset about me cutting you off or just talking and never allowing you to have anything to say, how do you show up for God like that? Without any further ado, you know how we do it. We're going to jump right into the prayer. So today, we're giving you the tools to combat a weak mind. Communication with God in prayer and meditation is imperative for your self-development. Keep that in mind and stay present. I'm going to get ready to recite and pray the sacred prayer that I prepared for you all. It's a beautiful prayer, my God. I love it. Now, before we start the prayer, Miss Pebbles, I want you to assist me. We breathe in through our nose 3 times and blow out as if you're fogging up a mirror. It's called ocean breath, and it helps clear out blocked energies if we got stuff blocked in us. So let's breathe, and then we'll get right to the prayer. Divine essence of all that is, we open our hearts to your boundless love. Enfold us in your purity and your grace, guiding us to manifest the highest intentions of our spirits. Let love flow through us without condition, touching every soul we encounter. Empower us to see the world through the eyes of compassion and to act with the kindness that transforms lives. May our presence bring peace and our actions inspire hope as we walk in alignment with your divine will. Amen, and so shall it be. Hey, thank you for joining me. And thank you, Miss Pebbles, for joining me with prayer today. And please pay attention to how you're communicating with God. It's imperative. Your life depends on it. And until next time, my friend, namaste.